Hi, Lions. Welcome. We are going to be talking today about the intervention that's pushing into your classroom. You'll have ESC, RTI, and ELL teachers pushing in to help with your babies within the classroom. So we're going to go over some things that are going to make the year more smooth to help you understand what your role is with this collaboration, as well as what the ESC, RTI, and ELL team's role is. Some things you're going to see with them is one thing is going to be observations. They're going to come in and give you a perspective that's outside of yours on how to work with the kids. Because sometimes whenever somebody else sees us working with the kids, they see something that we didn't even notice. So this is going to allow them to be able to help you within that classroom whenever they're not in the classroom. So it's going to help you with adjusting your daily scenario with your kids or situation with your kids.
Okay. Well, not only observations, when they come in the classroom, they're going to be working on the present classroom work. Not what they did in the past, but right now to support what you're doing in the classroom. So, for instance, you can work with a one-to-one, a small group, but you really need to work with that student that you are servicing. Not other students, just that person. It could be a small group, but make sure you're working with that intervention is working with the students already been identified as ESC, RTI, or ELLs.
And for sure, the most important thing is the communication with intervention because sometimes the teacher are going to pull out the student outside your classroom. Sometimes it's going to be inside the classroom. But just tell directly to the teacher what do you need, in what way you can help the student.
Yeah, the collaboration is like, I think for any of it, is the key part of this process because you know what's going on in your classroom, and the interventionist does not necessarily know, they may know the scope of everything, but they don't know specifically what you're working on. But they may know the child, and they're working one on one, like with the ESC team. A lot of these kids are getting pulled out as well as being pushed in with. So, you have to talk with each other and come up with the best plan for that child and for your classroom because things like you may be working on a reading assignment and you're going to be doing comprehension, you're teaching them to circle. Well, you need to let the interventionist know so that they bring the highlighters or the colored markers or pencils, whatever the kid needs to use with them. So, instead of them coming to you, go, Dr. Burgess, can I get that colored pencil that we need to use for this assignment while you're still trying to teach? You don't want to do that. So if you talk ahead of time, you can do that pre-planning so that it flows smoothly into the classroom.
And when we're talking about beforehand, not beforehand the lesson, maybe before school starts or the day before, or just have a plan, but not at the moment of your lessons, having the intervention come in. But this communication needs to be done beforehand.
Some things that you're going to need with this process, make sure the team has a space to work with these kids. I know the classrooms are crowded. Yeah. I think we all know this, but it's hard to fit an extra body in there, and I know that. But when you're setting up your classroom, you have a specific area that's going to allow the interventionist to come in and work with the child.
And sometimes also to put the student in a strategic place that is better for the intervention than maybe for another partner to work with that student is going to be perfect having maybe an extra chair for the person who's going to have the intervention.
Absolutely. I always use the interventionist when I was in the classroom. They always sat at the kidney table, even though it was mine, but I shared it with the intervention. So maybe you could allow the intervention to sit at the kidney table. So that could be helpful too.
Materials for your classroom. If it is something that is a classroom material, so a worksheet, your notebooks that the kids have to write in, if you're doing a science project and they need goggles or something, that's your responsibility to provide. However, again, going back to that collaboration, talking with the interventionist and say, hey, we're going to be doing a project where they're highlighting information. Can you bring some highlighters? So the interventionist has the pencils and the highlighters and the
crayons and
exactly.
Absolutely.
So again, not disturbing your class.
No. But also with that, the interventionists are not your copy makers. They are not your classroom break. They're not. They're just there to help you, to help the child, not for you to make copies, staples, etc. Okay.
And if you're going to have with the interventionist being in there, make sure they're working with that child. If you want to, when you and the interventionist get together and you decide, what group project is better for this child or working in a group is better, make sure that child's in the group, okay? Don't put them with another group while the child they're supposed to be servicing is somewhere else. It's important.
Sometimes also teachers think that the intervention is going to be more work for them, but no, it's just like a support for your student. It's going to help you, okay?
So all in all, don't be afraid of this process. It's going to take some time to get used to having an interventionist in with you or an ESC teacher in with you. But again, that key of collaborating, discussing what works best for you guys and for the student. And once you get a groove and once you get that routine going, you're going to find that it's going to help the student. It's going to help your sanity. It's going to help the ESC teacher or the interventionist do their job more efficiently. And then if there's any issues and you aren't able to get that collaboration with your interventionist, they're not coming in like they're supposed to be, or you're just butting heads and something's not right, let one of us know.
Yes,
So
please.
we will jump in and be able to help kind of mediate that and help either speak with the interventionist or with you or try to help with that collaboration because we want to make sure that it runs smoothly. And that's our job to support in that way. All right. So good luck this year.
All right.
Thank you.
Bye.